Hello, all you gorgeous people out there in the YouTube land. It's me, the Aussie Detractor. I have decided to start making some more videos of my favourite man, that is the Dark Side Filbert, because I got nothing else going on right now, and I always think it's rather interesting to make some videos from different nationalities regarding this absolute dipshit of a person. So let's crack on.
Good morning, everyone. Surprise. That's right. Today, we're doing a level 1 podcast. And originally, this was not on the menu. We were actually just going to do a more...
So one has to ask the question, did Filbert actually say to his four fans, "Sorry, people, we're not going to be doing the podcast today, just because I'm too much of a drunk and I'm going to be really badly hungover. So no podcast for you fucks today." So I don't think that's really the case, realistically, because Filbert lives and dies by his schedule. So I suspect that his fans, they time their shits and their pissing to his schedule. So I really think that's an unlikely scenario. I think Phil just got up too late and was just scrambling to try and make excuses.
Morning show, but this will happen from time to time, where something will happen overnight, some gaming news or some other happenstance, and I'll want to cover it.
Oh, some thrilling news for Filbert. He simply has to cover something. He is compelled to comment on the industry that he's so desperately a part of. Excuse me, desperately is not really the word, but he's so that he's so significantly part of. That's terrible adjectives as well. Filbert, you're not part of anything, mate. You just sit there and consume the slop that is thrown your way. I mean, this is the man who fucking thinks that Fallout, the TV series, is good. So I think we can totally discount his opinion on almost anything, realistically, at this point.
So today on the show, we're going to be talking about a Bloomberg interview with Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of games such as Avowed, Outer Worlds, Grounded, and who previously had made Fallout New Vegas. It's a very telling interview talking about what happened in 2025 and their strategy moving forward.
Oh, I mean, absolutely thrilling content. I mean, I got up early in the morning just to hear this long-term unemployed retard talk about the gaming industry and talking about the developers of games that he likely has rage quitted majority of. I mean, what a take. Who would not want to hear such an opinion?
I found it absolutely fascinating.
Oh, gotta. I mean, look at that nasal drip on the man. You just know he's just. I mean, the sinuses on this man must be an absolute shambles. He must just, like, the amount of coughing and the crap that must come out of this man's head. Oh my god.
And I want to give you my thoughts about it on today's show. In addition,
Who asked for it? Who said, "You know what, Filbert, I really want to hear your take on the gaming industry, mate. Tell me about your opinions of the gaming industry." Who said this? Who said this to this dipshit? Who? Oh, is it like the euphemism that he used? Oh, people yelling at me. No one yelled it to you, dipshit. No one.
today we're going to talk about a topic that a lot of people don't really want to talk about. They dance around it or they ignore it. Today I want to talk to you about basically
Is it Phil's latent homosexuality?
the reality of having a group of people on the internet that hound you and...
No, unfortunately, it's the trolls, yet again. It's the thing that Filbert talks about, I would say, literally every friggin' day. But apparently people don't talk about this often. But Phil talks about it literally every single day. Okay, cool. Sounds legit.
Stalk you, they call you a lol cow, they try to elicit a reaction from you. And I want to talk to you about basically how you're kind of damned if you do.
You know, I'm legitimately balding as a man almost 40, but this is an impressively bad haircut on this man. Like, I don't know how he thought he would walk into his barber, or is likely his wife that cut his hair for him. He said to his barber, you know what, barber, my man, my working class, my working class man, make me look like a lesbian. And the barber's like, I'll set you up, bro. Don't you worry. So yeah, impressive stuff.
Damned if you don't. And how you react to these people, I've changed my philosophy.
By that he means he hasn't changed his philosophy at all. He says literally one thing and then does the complete opposite.
The most part on how I react to these people recently, but it's to different levels of result. I basically just want to tear into this topic, okay? So
he's passionate this morning. Well, it's my morning at least, but this man, he wants to talk about the trolls again. I mean, his two fans are in for a treat today.
No, we will on today's show and more. There's a lot to talk about. So I'm
I mean, there's so much to talk about. The man who streams 6 days a week, stumbles onto the stream at 11:45, then spends another an hour and 45 talking about the most banal, pedestrian shit. I mean, this man has a lot to contribute to the subject. A lot.
Excited to hang out with all of you for a nice level 1 podcast with my lesbian haircut this morning. So, sit back and relax. Let's do it. It's time for the show. Let's go.
Look how dead those eyes are, though, eh? Like...
Attention! The games are about to begin. All hail the
Alrighty, everybody. Good morning, good morning.
Well, presumably that intro could actually go longer than what it was, because that was pretty bloody intolerable. It's insufferable.
And welcome to the show today.
So he's already said welcome to the show 3 times. He's then played the intro and then said it again.
Is Tuesday, the 3rd of February.
This I don't know. Well, okay, I know a majority of the viewers were likely to be American or Canadian, but there used to be a TV show when I was a small child called A Romper Room, which was a TV show specifically for like really small children, like, you know, from sort of 1 to 5. And this dude reminds me of the host of that. Hello, children. It's Tuesday, the 15th of December. Let's see what the day looks like today. That's what he reminds me of. Like, it's the dumbest. Like, it's almost like a play school introduction. It's the dumbest shit. Like, dude. I mean, look at this. Look at this face. This is an impressively stupid looking face. Just this, you know, these soft jowls, this rounded face. This, I mean, how do you even how do you have a soft forehead, for Christ's sake? But just this soft, gooey face that you just want to punch. It's an impressive face. Like, it's an impressive physiology. It's like I mean, he's obviously got a lot of ascites going on as well. But it's just like, dude, you look like a friggin' melted ice cream. You really do.
2026. I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 podcast here on DSP Gaming. I hope that you're all doing well, having a chill time today, and you're ready to hang out. I am. Today we got some good topics.
I know most of his actual fans, like, legitimately unemployed. So, like, I mean, what else are they going to be doing, you dipshit? Like,
Topics to talk about, so I'm happy to do a full podcast today. We will do...
He looks thrilled. The enthusiasm, the energy coming out of this man's holes. Oh, I can feel it in my waters. I can.
whatever show is appropriate, dependent on what happens. We'll pivot, we'll move, we'll change it up. Because there's going to be some days when there's a lot more to talk about or a lot more going.
He looks like he hasn't slept in like 4 days. Like this like he just the dude just has no enthusiasm. He looks like he would be rather eating glass. Like it looks like he sort of reminds me of me when I go into work. It's like, yeah, I'm at work. I don't care. Like this dude is so unenthusiastic. He's just like. And then you got this ridiculous toys in the background. It's just this entire thing is absolutely absurd.
On, and there's going to be some days when there's just not that much.
I better touch my mic setup because this mic setup cost $1,000 that you plebs gave me, and it now has the XLR cabling because previously I said that was of an antique variety, but an antique style. But now because one of my dents told me that it's actually good, or someone on this subreddit told me it was good, I'm going to believe them.
Much going on. And so we could change that on the fly, dependent on, what we want to do. Today, particularly, this interview that Bloomberg did with Obsidian, I feel is something that's very important and pertinent to talk about, particularly...
Why? To who? Who would ever give a shit about this? Especially this dipshit's opinion. Who ever would care about this?
Because last year, Obsidian had a very busy year for games, but not a very good one. We just talked about the 3 games. We mentioned them. There was Avowed. There was...
Okay, just because, this has been going for literally not even 4 minutes. So he better make sure that he reiterates to his 2 fans about the things he just talked about literally 2 minutes ago.
Grounded 2, and there was Outer Worlds 2. Well, I played 2 out of those 3 games, and the 2 that I played were basically... either follow-ups to the style that I'm used to or a brand new outing trying to copy someone else, and quite frankly, they were both failures.
I found Grounded to be shit myself, but yeah, that's my opinion. A lot of people found it to be enjoyable. So,
all right, in my estimation. Well, this morning, Obsidian has confirmed they were also failures in the eyes of Microsoft, their parent company. So we're going to talk about why, and we're going to analyze their strategies moving forward as a game development company. Now, that's news. That's important. And that's why I said, hey, you know what? Rather than wait to do a podcast for another day or 2, let's just do one today. Let's talk about this topic. I think a lot of people would like to hear that discussion or my opinions on it.
Oh man, the intense look at the the monitor with him on it. Oh, he's keeping a very good close eye on himself this morning.
Particularly because I played 2 of those games last year.
Oh, 2 of those games, mate. You don't want to be too overwhelmed.
And had negative opinions on them. So this will happen every once in a while. It's very similar.
I should have downloaded it in a high quality. This is a bit shit. Oh, do you really want to see this dude in a high quality? Probably not.
To how the schedule is in flux right now, because we don't necessarily...
Oh, the schedule's in a lot of flux, my children. I don't know how to explain to all 3 of you that, things might change. I might inadvertently rage quit more games, and then that leaves us in a position where I demand you then determine what games I'm to be playing again. But that's only contingent on the fact that I actually find these games easy and manageable to play.
Necessarily have a set lineup of games because we...
What a travesty. The man cannot have a set lineup of games. How will he go on?
Doing a lot of indie stuff, and that's okay too.
Not
last
indie
night,
stuff.
We played 2 indie games. One was...
Last time we played 2 indie games.
Oh, this dude's accent.
Last time we played 2 indie games.
Oh, God.
Sharks and Minnows, and one was Terminator 2D No Fate. We're probably going to play those one more time to beat both and then wrap it up.
He legitimately says both. B-O-L-T-H. Both. Dude, it's both. Like, is it just he's in Wisconsin, is he not? Why can't he just say both? Is it like the Americans that can't say bottle, like double T, a bottom?
Tonight, we're doing a tryouts night where we're just going to try 2 or 3 random games and see if any of them are...
By try, it's clearly euphemism, which means that as soon as my audience doesn't actually, explain to me how to play the game, I'm going to rage quit them.
or good, and see if there's something that we want to play in the future. Certainly, this is very different from my previous strategy where it would always be, hey,
it's I mean, unheard of. It's a completely new method for Philbert here. It's never been done before previously. Like he's oh, that's terrible. That's terrible phrasing. Philbert has never tested games with his audience.
I have 3 or 4 or 5 games in the schedule that we're all doing full playthroughs of. It's different, right? It's more adjustable. It's more, I feel, exciting. Because you never really know what you're going to get on certain streams. There are still certain...
Well, that's pretty much like every stream, because Philbert will rage quit literally any game that he wants to rage quit.
Streams that are set. For example, after today's podcast, we'll be doing Hollow Knight. You know that. Tomorrow's daytime stream, we'll be doing Street Fighter 6.
I mean, I know I set my clock to Philbert's schedule. I mean, I don't know who else doesn't, but if you're not doing that, you're not living your life properly.
You know that. We got a marathon coming up on Friday. All that is...
What could the marathon be in celebration of? Now, let us consider. It is, as we speak, it is now Thursday the 5th. So tomorrow is Friday the 6th of February. What could be going on that Philbert requires a marathon? I couldn't think of a single thing. I mean, it's not Valentine's Day. It's not his birthday. It's nothing. It's just a random marathon. A marathon, I suspect, will last the same length of time as any other podcast he does.
Set in stone, okay? So that's basically how I want to treat it, is having that adjustability and adaptability gives me more control over the content rather than having to be locked in all the time. But I do want to have projects and games that we're locked in so people know to expect them, okay? So anyway, that's my attitude. I hope this makes sense. For those who are here live, welcome.
Why?
All right. For those who are here on demand watching, I hope you enjoyed the show. And I understand that it may be a little confusing because this is, something that...
Oh, Jesus. I'm thrown into a series of absolute confusion. I don't know how to manage.
...was changed on the fly. I still hope that you enjoyed the show, and I hope that this new attitude makes sense, right? I want the control to be able to say, hey, today we're going to do a podcast because there's something cool. Fair enough? All right. And so let's begin.
What?
First of all, let's see what's going on with everyone today. Good morning, everyone. Who do we got? On the YouTube side, we got IB Ballin, Game Dude, Wow Diumu. Chris is here this morning. Uncle effing...
It's legitimately like Romper Room. This was what used to happen on that kids' TV show. The host... I can't remember what her name was. She would look like it was. This is obviously early 90s, late 80s, but she'd look through a mirror and she'd like say names of kids and shit. This is legitimate like that.
Dark side, okay. That one loud.
But this is in a different sort of element. Obviously, she was in a TV studio, but this is Philbert looking at it. Just looking into the void that is just lights and cameras in front of him. But to 4 people, like it's the strangest thing to think about.
LFL, typical average gamers,
I
and by
think
the
we'll
way,
move on a bit.
And more Starboy. I already said Starboy, right? Yes it or ignore it. Allow me to get into it right now. I think it's pertinent because the one gifted sub that we just got is from a troll, right?
Oh Jesus! I wonder how he came to that conclusion. How does he know it's an actual troll? I wonder how he came to that. Another big swallow there. Look at that. Suck that right down, Velvet.
So let's actually just address it very factually, very matter-of-factly from what just happened, okay? So we got a group of people, there you go, who stalked
That's funny.
me on the internet, who basically can't get enough of Darkside Phil.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
They microanalyze every aspect of my life.
Microanalyze. So Philbert really hates being held accountable for his despicable behavior, and to try and mitigate this, he tries to paint himself as a victim constantly. It's like, oh, but I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting here living my blue collar life. I'm not hurt. Why do people have to? And I hate this expression, dump on me. Which you know, it's obviously funny to think of someone taking a big shit on Phil, but it's like, dump on me. Or is he saying dunk, like in the case of a basketball? Like, so people are dunk on, I mean, God knows, but because he's probably got expressive dysphagia from his strokes. But it sounds like dump a lot of the time, but I think it's funny.
They do it for a couple of reasons.
Because it's funny, and like he always reacts, really funny, and he always reacts.
For some people, they get entertainment out
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
of it. For some people, they actually make money doing it.
This is what I find very fascinating. Like, he's convinced, absolutely fucking convinced, that every person who hates this piece of shit for every fibre of their being, he's convinced they're all making significant amounts of money off doing this. Like, he's just, I don't know if he has any evidence or any confirmation of this, but he's convinced of it. Just convinced.
They actually have YouTube channels where they restream or they clip and they do toxic negative stuff, and they feel like they're getting big benefit out of doing it. Right?
Yeah, because it's funny, and they're also exposing to the rest of the world how much of a dipshit you are.
Right? Some of these people are just mentally cracked, while some of them make thousands upon...
Mentally cracked. See, this is a curious phrase, because we know objectively that his fans are like actual retards. Like, they're actually intellectually impaired. Like, they have legitimate disability, like intellectual disabilities. And I couldn't tell you of, man, obviously the more prominent detractors, like, I couldn't tell you of a single one that is like actually disabled. Top of my head, realistically.
Thousands of dollars, basically trying to bully me on the internet.
Now, exactly how does Raw Phil bully Philbert? Raw Phil simply is a restreamer. He restreams this dipshit's content. See, the man just makes shit up. Everything that comes out of his head hole is made up.
Funny about it is, it really doesn't have a negative effect on me.
No, not at all. So this man will now tell us how unaffected by this stuff he is.
Anyway, even though they have their own weirdo communities of people who stalk me and say toxic things.
Weirdo communities. Okay, I know Broside Phil has an actual profession. I have a profession. The vast majority of other detractors also have like, you know, long-term careers and jobs and other responsibilities. So I don't know how any of that's. This dude is the proper weirdo.
I just go on my merry way and do my own thing, and I'm good. I'm doing well,
just like when he sat there and shat all over LTG. He didn't actually talk to LTG because LTG wouldn't give this dude the time of day. I mean, I also think LTG is a piece of shit. But I mean, of the shit scales, I mean, LTG does come up on top of Phil. So
my streams do good. I get good support. Everything's fine. So it's not like these people are actually like hurting me in any way. But
then why address it? Why talk about it? Just look at this dude struggling for things to talk about. Just this devoid brain, just empty head. He looks like Elmer Fudd, actually.
Act like they are. They think that their online bullying somehow gives them some kind of relevance.
By online bullying, he means trolling.
On the...
But see, he tries to diminish it, and he's using inflammatory sort of verbiage because he's trying to say bullying when it's trolling. It always has been trolling.
Planet, when in reality it doesn't.
That, like, the guys are not doing it like pulling Sanjay Kojima type shit. They're just doing what they've done, which is trolling Philbert.
All it does is it makes people who are, how can I say, of a certain mental aptitude, they seek each other out and they have these weird...
Yeah, because it's real funny. I couldn't tell you of a single retarded detractor.
Weird social relationships on the internet together because they never would have these kind of relationships in real life. They're just not normal.
Well, the detractors frequently have, live stream, like, viewing parties. They all interact in real time. So far more socializing than Philbert ever has.
This is not how normal people behave. They don't hyperfixate on someone, stalk every aspect of their life, and basically bully them endlessly and then laugh about it in a group. That's the behavior of like a 5-year-old on a schoolyard. You know, a group of bullies bullying some kid. It's not what adult...
But when Philbert sits there and hangs endless amounts of shit on LTG, perfectly acceptable. Okay. Like, he will scrutinize his haircut, his room, his clothes, his living situation. He will scrutinize everything, but perfectly acceptable when Phil does it. Okay, cool.
Do. And certainly it's not what intelligent, mature people do because they have busy
Phil claims he is intelligent and mature.
things to do with their lives. You know, they have families, they have kids, they have jobs, they have school. They have things they have to do that are more important to them because it's
Yeah, like everything that you don't have to do, like the responsibilities that you don't have, you retard.
constructive to them. They don't spend all of their time hyperfixating on others on the outside because they're so busy with their own lives. But this group of people don't have their own lives. Their life
No, they totally do. I certainly do. They all do. The other blokes, other people I talk to that hate Phil, all have their own lives.
is sitting eternally on the internet hating on people. Okay? Some of these people probably don't just fixate on me, but fixate on a few different people who they bounce between every day and laugh at, making fun of, despite the fact that their lives are absolutely miserable.
My life is not miserable at all. You know, I don't spend, a good 12 hours sitting in front of a freaking computer talking to 4 people.
So why do I bring this up? Well, as
Excellent question.
you could see, it just happened, right? These people do what they can to try to interject into the content. Here we go again. To try to interject into my life.
Fake. Oh, fat cat. Fat cat. Hugs. Huh.
And for the most part, I found ways to basically just move on and ignore it. Doesn't affect me at
He
all.
hasn't.
At this
He
point,
never
to be
will.
honest, I'm bulletproof to this shit. It just doesn't have any kind of control. But every once in a while, things, sadly, either do affect stuff, and I have to bring them up and explain what's going on.
He simply has to explain. Look. I've been sitting here for long enough. I would think. Anyways, I'm trying to see if this has any actual interest in my doing this. But yeah, this is one of my first videos attempting to comment on the bizarre travesty of a human being that is Philbert. But I'll upload these as soon as I can, and I'll talk to you guys soon again.